Hey mama, welcome back to my channel. Are you dragging yourself through the day on fumes because your toddler is constantly waking up at night? If so, I see you. You are not alone, and in this video, I'm going to tell you why your toddler keeps waking up at night. You're not doing anything wrong, but there is one habit that many of us fall into that is actually training our toddlers to wake up again and again. I'll show you what that mistake is, and I'll introduce you to what I like to call the 3 C's of peaceful nights. These are 3 essential strategies that will help your toddler sleep through the night and help you become a calmer, more confident parent. Plus, if you stay until the end, I will share with you my game-changing mindset shift that transformed everything for me. So, what are the 3 C's? Well, let's dive in. But before we can get there, what is the most common mistake that parents usually make? Even one that I made as a tired mom of two: becoming their sleep cue. If your toddler needs you in the room to fall asleep, you've now become a part of their sleep environment. And that teaches them to wake up and look for you again during the night. Just like if you fell asleep with the pillow, but then woke up without it, your child wakes during their light sleep cycles and realizes there's something missing: you. So even though they're capable of falling asleep on their own, they've learned that you are the cue they need to do it. You're not failing. This is a super common trap, but we can teach our toddlers to fall asleep independently. As a sleep consultant who's worked with many families, I believe there is no child that just doesn't sleep well. There are only children who haven't found their unique sleep rhythm yet. Think of it like learning to walk. Some babies crawl first, some babies scoot, some babies roll. They all get there, but the path looks different for each child. I believe sleep is the exact same way. So, what is the key to long-term sleep success? Boundaries that your toddler understands. And that brings me to my first C: communication. Toddlers thrive when they know exactly what to expect at bedtime and in the middle of the night. Instead of vague routines or constantly negotiating, we need to clearly communicate the bedtime plan. And we need to communicate that plan not only at bedtime, but also to reinforce our expectations during the day. I always recommend talking to your toddler during the day and sharing with them what you expect. You can say something like, at bedtime, here's what will happen. You will get your jammies on, then you're going to brush your teeth. Then we're going to read 2 books together. I'm going to sing you a song, tuck you in, kiss you goodnight, and you're going to fall asleep in your bed while I leave the room. You will also then want to reinforce it at bedtime gently but firmly. When you start bedtime, then say something like, okay, do you remember what we're going to do? And give your toddler a chance to either respond verbally or show you what they're going to do, and then gently correct them where you need to or add any steps that they missed. And lastly, the most important step about communication is reviewing in the morning how bedtime went the night before. If they did well, tell them that. Tell them they did great and give them a hug. If it didn't go so well, that's okay too. Tell them what fell short of your expectations and brainstorm solutions that you can try tonight at bedtime. And let them be a part of the solution with you. So either let them help you think of ideas, or if you have a few ideas in mind already, give them 2 or 3 choices and let them choose which one they want to try tonight. Toddlers understand far more than we often realize. Even if they can't communicate back verbally yet, they comprehend simple phrases remarkably well. This is exactly why I believe that communication is one of the most important tools we could use as a parent. Need help with how to have this conversation with your toddler? Get my free guide linked in the video description below for simple toddler-friendly scripts that you can use today. The second C stands for consistency. Toddlers don't just need routine, they need to know exactly what to expect. If your bedtime plan is changing night to night, your toddler is going to continue to test their boundaries every time. Toddlers love to feel in control, so create a bedtime routine where they get to participate too. This could be picking out their pajamas, or turning on the sound machine, or choosing the bedtime book. Routines build predictability, and that leads to less resistance and better sleep. Plus, as an added bonus, you're helping them practice independence, which also builds their confidence. Toddlers will test their boundaries, that's a given, but consistency builds security. When your toddler knows what to expect and feels a part of the process, bedtimes go smoother and night wakings fade. Speaking of testing boundaries, let's talk about those middle of the night demands. Water, snuggles, a new stuffed animal. This all leads me to my third C, compassion. Because loving boundaries aren't cold, they're caring. If we give in every time, even just a little, we have unintentionally taught our toddler that night wakings equals more attention from mom. Instead, be brief, calm, and consistent. Say something like, "It's nighttime, you're safe, I love you, but it's time to go to sleep." No need to engage any more than that. They may resist at first, but that's okay. If you engage too much, even with good intentions, you accidentally reward the wake up. And let me be clear, this does not mean ignoring your child. This means guiding them with love and limits. The quicker and calmer the interaction, the less likely they will wake up and look for you again. You are not being mean by setting limits. You're being a steady anchor. You can say no with a warm, steady presence. And mama, well, I completely understand this is way easier said than done. One thing that I found that really helps me is to plan my response in advance. When I am exhausted and emotionally drained with a crying toddler at 2 in the morning, my resolve stays a whole lot stronger because I have programmed my brain with an if-then statement. If my toddler asks for one more minute, then I am going to calmly tell them that I love them, but it is time for mommy to go, and we will spend many more minutes together tomorrow. Or if my toddler wakes up and comes to my room, then I will calmly but silently walk them back to their bed and leave the room. Whatever your response, no judgment. Just pick a response that works for you and your parenting style and stay consistent with it. Mama, your sleep isn't optional. It's essential. We often pour ourselves out all day and night thinking it is what makes us a good mom. But running on empty helps no one. And remember that mindset shift I told you about earlier? Well, here it is. I stopped believing that my exhaustion was just a part of what made me a good mom. Once I gave myself permission to start protecting my own sleep and not just my child's, I started setting firmer boundaries without the guilt. That one shift changed everything for me, from fewer night wakings to a calmer, more rested version of me the next morning. When you start setting boundaries around your sleep, your whole family benefits. You start showing up more patient, more present, just more of you. But that all starts with shifting the belief that your sleep doesn't matter and actively taking steps to protect it. You don't have to earn rest. You deserve it simply because you are human and your family deserves the best version of you, not the burned out one. So, Mama, if you're waking up every night wondering what you're doing wrong, you're not alone and you're not failing. These wake ups are common, but they're also fixable with the right mindset. So start with the 3 C's: communicate clearly, stay consistent, and establish compassionate boundaries. Your sleep matters. Your energy matters. And when you protect both, your whole family benefits. Let me know in the comments below which C you will start with today. I can't wait to hear from you, and I will see you in the next video.